Hey people, Slink here, how are we doing? So the patch notes are out and I think it's rolling out slowly to your devices. So I thought I'd take a chance to look through the patch notes and see what it's about. I've had a quick flick through and there's a lot going on, but I think a majority of it is quite good. So let's just get straight into it. So the holiday festive patch is rolling out on all platforms. While you wait for it to reach your device, blah 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 blah, here it is. So we've got the holiday event, the Red Gobbo, starting the 25th on Christmas Day. The Battle Pass season featuring the Parasite on Mortrex starts December the 15th. We've got Nicodemus starting on the December the 22nd, and Squid Smash home screen event starts on December the 18th. There's a lot going on these next few weeks. Also, the Blessed Requisitions will change again on December the 18th, and for people who got them, I think they're kind of kept in your storage. And then we've got the second Angels of Death event to unlock Mephiston starting on January the 12th. So lots to go through. Let's have a look. So the Red Gobbo event starting on Christmas Day. Celebrate the holidays Warhammer style with the Red Gobbo. So it's going from Christmas Day to January the 7th. Immerse yourself in the festive event that brings chaos, fun and rewards. So you can play the Red Gobbo in a special survival mode, fighting alongside Xenos factions against the waves of orcs and squids. That's really going to be interesting in a snowy battle. You can earn event points by completing daily missions, seasonal mission chains, survival battles. Exchange these for event points for the stick bombs, which you can use to open crates filled with Parasite or Mortrex shards. So that's quite good. Tyranid upgrades, ability badges and more. Open all the event crates to claim a special custom event theme as the ultimate holiday reward. These event themes are good, but you can only use one, so it's one of them. I do like some of the pictures, but I always think as great as that one is, there's always going to be a new one coming up. So the Red Gobbo is here just for the event now, so he's not a permanent character. He may return one day in the future, is uncertain. I'm sure he'll probably return next Christmas. I think that's kind of saying there. Season of Spores with connected offer calendar featuring free and paid bundles, and celebrate the season in style. So the Squid Smash. During this event, arena, onslaught and salvage run battles start with 5 enemy squids and spawn 3 additional squids whenever a new enemy wave spawns. That's interesting. That's going to make arena really full. Even onslaught and salvage run, I mean, they are not the most fun modes at times, but it's going to be a lot more on there. Each time you defeat a squig in battle, excluding casual battles in tournament arena, you earn squid teeth, which can be used to claim the Squid Smash event rewards, which included in Blessed Requisition orders and ability badges. So, wow, that's quite a lot there, modes for you to claim them, so that's going to be interesting. I'll do a video on that for sure. You can find the event above the missions button in the home screen. So, new Battle Pass, it's a special one which has got 55 tiers, which we get normally every 3-4 months. And it's obviously for the Parasite Mortrex, which I'll do a video on that again soon. Got the New Blood Angels Nicodemus, unlockable in the Insanguination event starting 22nd of December. I've seen bits on him and it looks interesting, but again I'll go more on that another time. New Guild Wars season starting December the 28th, new incursion event starting January the 6th, and the Blessed Requisitions. What we've got in a squad this time, so it's the Red Gobbo squad, featuring the most essential characters for the upcoming The Red Gobbo holiday event. So we've got Onshi, Jenzar, a new Fairtwing Prime, Shosil, and the Tyrant Guard. None of them jump out at me that I want to use my Blessed Scrolls, but if you haven't got them characters, it's great. There's some Onshi for sure, Shosil are 2 great characters to, if you haven't got them, to kind of use your Blessed Scrolls for, I would say. Jane Czar's okay. Anufa is great, but I think he needs to be really ranked up high to be super good. Wing Prime's alright. Tyrant Guards is another great carriage that sits well with the Nids. So they're all okay. There's none of them that are poor, I would say. But we'll see. Tournament Arena. So December the 18th, Squig invested power-ups rule set, allowing deploy machines of war. Now that's interesting. Is that the first one you could use machines of war? I'm not too sure. And it's epic max rarity cap. Okay. December the 31st, faction war. And that's what I like. The conquest rule set. This time faction wars will be played without power-ups, using the conquest rule set. Okay, that's interesting. Is that the first faction war that we've had at the conquest? Blood Angels join the battle as a playable faction. That's cool. They will be joined by the Sword Brother Godswell as the 5th character. Now that does make that an actually interesting faction. Tunids will be include the Parasite and Mortrex instead of the Patamine. That's okay. I do like the Nids. And as part of our regular rotation of factions to keep the event fresh and balanced, the Orcs, surprise, surprise, will not be participating in this irritation. That means all factions except Orcs and Genestealer Courts are playable this round. Ooh, that's interesting, because Orcs kind of were meta last time. I think they're kind of being pushed aside, which is, it's okay. I think it's good for balancing, but I think future would be better to kind of have a lesser amount of factions and mix them up that way, instead of just having 1 or 2 factions not playing. But we'll see how that pans out. I do think, looking at that on paper, that Blood Angels will be quite a decent faction, I think, especially Brother Godswill, because he's pretty decent. So yeah, I'll look at that when it comes close to the time. Mephiston, Lord of Death, unlockable 2nd. John, yeah, we know that one. And upcoming quest events, Holland and Rosswither. That's interesting. Rosswither hasn't had an event for some time. January the 15th. That's a good one. Rosswither is ace, so that'll be cool. Added 8 new Onslaught tiers. Yeah, added in battle visual. Change Morven Vow's normal melee animation to be a sweep over 3 hexes. Now that's interesting. Added tappable keyword to descriptions. They've changed loads of descriptions. The behaviour remains unchanged. I think it's just reworded some of all them. I'm not going to go into that too much detail. When promoting a guild member to officer, the promotion confirmation window now outlines the guild war set of rights that the officer has. Okay, clarified wording in the grind them down explanation tooltip in grind guild war. Improve the order of effects that happen at the start turn to be more logical. Okay, now that's interesting. Improve the order of effects that happen at the start of the turn to be more logical. Right, okay, I'll look into that one. Balancing. So, donating upgrades to guildmates now awards guild credits instead of coins. That's a great move. Having more guild credits, because the coins wasn't that much anyway when you donated. So it'd be interesting to see what guild credits you get, but I think it'd be better to build the pot then coins, because coins is a lot easier. I mean, I've got a lot. I know some people out there struggle more with coins. You kind of hit a point in the game where it runs dry, but then it can kind of build back up. Some of the great events now, especially like incursions, you can get a good amount of coins. So I don't think they're needed now for donating. So that's cool. That's a good move. That's a good one. Daily deals, reduced price for rare, epic and legendary forge badges. That's interesting. We need more chances to get forge badges, so that's a good start. They now appear in the bottom left slot instead of the bottom center one, and reduced prices of items and components. That's good. It's all good. Guild shop daily deals. Onshi shards return to the shop on Sundays. So wait for Sunday if you want to get Onshi. Flying units with the flying trait now gain benefits from tall grass and trenches. That's interesting. Yeah, that makes some characters a lot more interesting. Final Vengeance. Attacks triggered with Final Vengeance no longer choose a random target and instead choose a target based on damage calculation. Okay. That's a change. So instead of a random target, it's choosing a target based on damage calculation. So that would go on a high ranked damage character. Is that what I was saying? Interesting. Act of Faith. When a unit with Act of Faith crits, the trait now only resets for the unit that's scored. A crit not for all friendly units. And that's really good for the sisters, that is. I think with the changes to Northern Vow, that makes the crits and the Act of Faith trait pretty decent. So I'd love to look into that more on the video. Especially with Northern Vow now. Increase the health. Increase the damage by 100%, that's mega. Armor by 26, but they have changed normal melee attacks from 5 to 2. But the changes to her passive ability means that she deals more damage than before. So I can't wait to test that out. Active ability can now crit, and the damage is subject to attack and modifiers like High Ground, Doom, etc. Missile range is now reduced to 1 if the enemy is adjacent. Otherwise it retains at range 3. Has been renamed for the passive. Damage increased by 65%, it's a nice boost as well. Now also deals extra damage to the initial target of the normal melee attack in addition to units adjacent to both the target and to Northern Vow. Okay, she sounds interesting. She's definitely got a lot more damage, which is good. Now deals 3 power damage instead of 2. Kills scored by Northern Vow's melee attacks have 46% to count double for Act of Faith. Yeah, she's a lot better, I think, on paper. I'd like to test her out and see, but so far I think I don't think she's going to be mega good still, but I think she's going to be a lot better than she was, and she needed it. Is she guild raid? Don't think so. I can't put her anywhere myself, but if anyone can, let me know. But yeah, she's going to be interesting to try out. Azrael, one of my favourite characters, has got a health increase by 11% and a nice damage increase by 26%. That's nice. He needs more. I think he needs. I think his active should last longer for the extra damage than 2 rounds, but this is a good start. Pestillion. Replace Putrid Explosion trait with Explodes trait. Normal melee attack change from direct damage to toxic. Increases health, armor, and damage. Not too bad. Active ability now only affects normal melee attacks. I'm not that big on Pestillion, so I would like to see what he was like beforehand. I never really used him that much. Now performs a normal attack after activating Foul Infusion. The extra hit from the Foul Infusion is now subject to attackers modders like Doom. Has been renamed. Clarified description there. And it's got a new effect for Explosive Maladies. Friendly Chaos units adjacent to Pestillion also deal additional blast damage hit on their normal melee attacks. So I'm not, like, say, let me know in the comments below, is any like Pestillion players out there that use them quite a lot? Is this good? I can't comment. I really can't, really, because I've very rarely used him. Judging by some of the emojis, there's a lot of crying faces. Some thumbs up so far. I mean, it's only been out for a couple of hours. There's some sick faces, so I don't know. A lot of people are not. That's some sad faces as well. A lot of people are saying that's sad, so I'm guessing that's not as good, but we'll see. Mephiston, passive ability is now a melee attack. That's interesting. Mortarian, Naughty Morty, adjusted AI behaviour, so Morty generally prefers using abilities over normal attacks when even targeting psychers. That's just going to make him crazy. Avatar. All abilities are now influenced by modifiers, so more defense. Abilities like Mind Control, Tall Grass can be used in this fight. What? But the abilities will now deal increased damage if the avatar gains high ground. That seems crazy. That's a buff. That is to him. Why have they buffed Avatar? I don't get that. That's a bit of a mad... There's a map where he starts on high ground, so straight away you don't want to be getting in his face, because he's just going to obliterate you, especially now the increased damage on high ground. But yeah, that's not good. So more defense abilities like mind control or tall grass can be used in this fight. Yeah, interesting, that one. I don't get why they've done that to him, but we'll see. Where are we? Guild name. I think the rest are bug fixes and crashes, so we've gone on long enough. So interesting stuff there, to be fair. I'm not too sure on the Avatar kind of buff that feels. Morty sounds like he's going to be even more crazy, especially preferring his abilities, because they just can be so painful. But some other good stuff though. There's a lot going on over Christmas, especially Christmas Day, which a lot of people who've got family, friends won't have time to do. But yeah, some interesting stuff going on. I will do more videos on these as and when they come. It was kind of my first time I've actually read through them properly. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on this. Like I said, personally myself, I think a lot of this is good. But let me know if you're a Postilion fan. Has he wrecked Postilion? If you're a More Than Val fan, there's a lot of fans out there. Is she a lot better now, or did you prefer her before? I think personally she sounds better. But it's all up to you guys who play her more as well to know what they're talking about. So that's all. Hope you enjoyed that video. Please let me know again in the comments below what you think. Also hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Take care. Bye bye.